Hey, what's up everybody? So I wanted to talk to you guys about the difference between putting a plastic liner versus not using a plastic liner. And the results are, they're surprising. You know, there's reasons why, you know, these methods have been used. I have not been using the liner just because there's no excuse. I didn't do it before. I would just spawn them just like this. Some people will. I thought I didn't care whether they side pin, because it's all about side pins. People wrap them with tape, thinking that light is the reason it causes the side pins to initiates the side pins. That's false. That's not true. Light does not cause the side pins. It's actually air. And so when you have plastic around inside as a liner, the substrate will eventually shrink. I mean, it gets smaller no matter what during fruiting. And when there's air introduced, there's a gap, and there's air, you're automatically going to start getting pins, airflow pins. That's why fanning triggers pinning. When you have a black liner, there's not going to be no air gaps. That's the reason why tape is not. You shouldn't use tape. Don't wrap your toe or your tray with tape. It's not going to work for reducing side pins. People say that it's not true. So the liner will shrink with the substrate, which will keep the air. You know, it'll keep the air from getting in there. It's forced to fruit on top. So I want to let you guys know that. That way, you guys, you know the difference. Don't think that it's light that causes the side pinning. That is false, and whoever teaches that isn't doing their research properly. When I was doing this like that, I would, you know, I used this. I actually tested it and did some experiments, and I was using the tape, and still, I got side pins. So I researched, and of course, you know, my main mycologists that I've studied, you know, there's just a couple of them. You know, it's Paul Stamets, of course, you know, Mark Keith, and Terrence McKinney. It's true that the substrate shrinks. If you notice when you're using these trays with bulk, you'll notice the substrate shrinks. Once the substrate shrinks, there's nothing to shrink with it. The liner is the reason, is the cause, it helps keep the side pins from forming. And I'm not saying side pins are bad, it just prevents the top from, I've noticed it prevents the top from growing, because it's mycelium forcing to grow on the sides. I've noticed that. You know, so I'm not going to be doing any like this. I'd rather just do them like this. That way fruits go on the top. Side pins are small. They have to find the air. They grow down, they grow up, and they grow long. You don't want that. You just want a fruit right on top. They're big, nice and healthy. So if you guys have any questions about this method, this theory, which is the truth, let me know. I'm interested in seeing what you guys have to say. Other than that, don't use tape to keep pins, side pins, out of your trays. Use black liner or any type of plastic, doesn't matter. I choose black because it's whatever reason, doesn't matter. So alright guys, I'll talk to you next time. Later.